We didn't plan who was gonna do the intro, so I'm gonna take it up off your hands, Shot Duck. Welcome, Titan fans, to the brand new Gladiator League. We are week 1 into our summer split. The Divinity League is already over. The Conquer League is tomorrow, but what's this? A brand new league in between. We are sitting at a Plat 3 cap for this league to allow that kind of Plat 4 Gold 1 line to really blur. And there's been a lot of teams that have kind of wanted to cross that threshold line, not been able to play with their friends, and we thought this was a cool experiment. We got a lot of good feedback on it so far. We got 12 teams in this league, Shot Duck, which is more than the Divinity or Conquer League, and that is in and of itself very exciting.
Oh wow, I thought Conqueror had 12 teams too. I knew
Oh, maybe
Divinity
they
was at
did. I
10,
just pulled that
but
out of my ass.
yeah, I'm honestly super curious how Gladiator League works out, because I was one of the people in the discussion and the debate in general. Like, it feels like forever ago, where the teams that won Divinity League were all like Gold 1 Plat 4, so it felt really shitty to be like a Gold 4, Gold 3 player and just have people laughing at you when they're Plat 4. And so I was always like, it's a Gold League, cut it off at Gold. And I think this is a really interesting experiment. Their argument was always that there's no difference basically between Plat 4 and Gold 1, and I thought that was nonsense. So I will cheer for whatever team has more gold players.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple of those in here. There's actually a big spread of different ranks within this, which makes it even more interesting in how it's going to shake up. I will give you credit, by the way. There's totally 12 teams in the Conquer League, and that slipped my mind. I'm going day by day here. We hit the Divinity League, and we're yeah, that's about all I've got on deck. So I'll do my Conquer research when we get to that day. In less than 24 hours. Oh boy. You know what? We got the stream match coming up. It is Yellow Sprouts versus OMT Zeus, but we're going to talk about some other teams before that. What are you thinking, Shot Duck? You want to start high? You want to start low? And when we say high and low, we're going off of very, very rough power rankings. Some of the staff and a little bit of a content team chipped together put out a wonderful article on the Titan Esports site. We're probably going to be talking about that if you want to pull it up. Maybe if we're lucky, we've even got it on stream for you. So yeah, Shot Duck, starting high with the rankings, starting low with the rankings. Where do you want to go?
Ooh, let's I feel like we almost owe it to the boy to start with Sansorino and Timeless Harmony.
All right.
It's a very random place to start, and I will acknowledge, but he's one of us.
I'm gonna need someone to check it. Am I lagging out or Shot Duck? One of us is.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, there's I think it's you, Shot Duck, as you responded. Optimus Prime, come in. I do believe you asked though to start with our good buddy Sansorino's team, Timeless Harmony, coming in
Yes.
now. Uh while you get that mic hopefully sorted out, I'm not sure what's going on your end. Timeless Harmony is a bit of an interesting team. They've got probably the lowest spread of players while still having some serious names like the real Natsu on there, who was a absolute powerhouse in any gold league I've seen him in. And I'm very, very interested to see how he's going to stack up against the individual players in this league. But when you just look at their elos as a combined estimate, they're a little bit on the low side. And I think that is going to be one of the true tests.
So I don't think it was because Django just dropped out of the channel. Okay, welcome back, folks. Fearless leader Django Ultimus is no longer with us. He couldn't stand being on the mic with me, so he's devolved into Twitch chat. Instead, I've got the fearless Ray Peyron joining me once again after being on the analyst desk last night, and Fun Phoenix. How are you guys doing?
I'm honored to be called fearless when I'm absolutely filled with fear. How are you doing, people?
So we've got a little bit less time because we're going to go into draft shortly. Our technical difficulties have eaten up the time that we're going to talk about the league as a whole. So we're going to come back to that. For right now, let's talk about these two teams we've got here. Omega Titan Esports Zeus and Yellow Sprouts. Who's got feelings?
Yeah, I mean, they are a couple of interesting teams. I think with the rankings, since they're still up on screen here, we see Yellow Sprouts sort of hovering around like number 3 on the power rankings, and OMT Zeus more in the 5 to 6 area. So it's sort of interesting. It is week 1, so we don't really know anything about all these teams necessarily at this point. But it is clear that the 4 people that did these rankings, they prefer Yellow Sprouts.
The interesting thing I think with the power rankings here, and especially because I know Kills, Sems, Batman hang around. They play in gold leagues, and so Yellow Sprouts has a lot of very recognizable names from gold leagues. Notably, Chitin and Kobita just coming off of a runner-up finish in Amateur Worlds Gold. The other side of that is OMT as an org are in the finals right now of Amateur Worlds for Plat, which I think is a really interesting thing. And I'm curious to see how the resources of the org play into how the team performs.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of interesting. There's a lot of these larger amateur orgs. We see there's a couple of Team Ambition teams in Gladiator League. There's also, as we mentioned, the Omega Titan. And I think it's sort of sometimes these larger org teams, they find a lot of success because they have sort of these great community resources. But at the same time, it's also, they can be teams where they aren't necessarily together for a long time before the league starts. And that can definitely cause some teamwork issues at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things because I don't know a ton about this Zeus team specifically, the players, but the scouting info I got fed was that they have been playing together for like months now. They were originally hoping to get into leagues for the spring, but they had trouble finding a top laner, but now they found themselves a top laner, and they've been playing together for like a while.
4 months specifically.
Okay, 4 months. There we go. So that's a solid amount of time spent building synergy, building like teamwork.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if the Omega Titans players have also been, getting coaching or help from other people within their org, like you mentioned, maybe this Plat Worlds team, that could be a really big help to them coming into this season. So it's sort of interesting that we see in the power rankings, they aren't in one of these sort of top 3 spots. And instead, it's sort of dependent person to person, but middle of the pack is where people were putting them.
Yeah. And like you said, it's week 1. All of this is going to change. Like we don't know how any of these teams are going to show up. For all we know, we're going to be looking at Timeless Harmony as the number 1 team halfway through this season. No hate on our friend Sansorino, but so Ray, how do you feel about these Yellow Sprouts?
Oh, I am so ready. I was looking at the document for the team, for like all the team information and all. I am looking forward to that top jungle synergy I was told about. And, like, I'll be after that booty and spread them cheeks. I love it. I love it. If if they don't really play out too well, hats off to them for just keeping whatever name they have and just living it that way. Because I live for this kind of stuff. I live for the goofs.
Nice. What do you guys say we hop into draft?
I am super down to get into some picks and bans for week 1 here.
Very cool. Loading in real quick. Whew. So the one pick I'm expecting to see, doing a bit of scouting, I wonder if it's going to be banned. I know Chitin for the Sprouts has been playing some AP Zeri mid.
Now, that's actually a champion I'm least familiar with. I know she was released this year, so what is Zeri? How would you describe her?
It's kind of hard to describe her. She has been up and down in terms of viability. You know, at moments she's been really strong. She's this, fast-paced AD carry. She tries to stack up a bunch of electricity stacks or something with her ultimate, and then just run circles around you while tickling you with her little machine gun. So she has been buffed and nerfed and buffed and nerfed, and it seems like Riot Games is sort of more in a happier place with her right now, but she's still pretty strong, though normally in the AD carry role.
Yeah.
You mean people play her outside of the AD carry role? That's interesting.
Yeah. I think she was a bit difficult to balance when people were building her like Triforce, Titanic Hydra, Black Cleaver, so she ended up being very tanky for the amount of damage she output.
Well, speak of the devil, there's the Zeri ban. So it looks like we have Zed, Warwick, and Lissandra banned from the Yellow Sprouts, and Omega Titan, Zeri, Gwen, and Fortune. And with Wukong as the first pick from Yellow Sprouts.
Okay. He's been a prio jungle pick for multiple patches now. That's what we saw last night too on Divinity, was blue side first pick Wukong. It is flexible, but I haven't seen him go top a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You pick Wukong because you want Wukong in the jungle. He's very good. It's really fun to see how just the small change to his W, allowing him to go over walls, has sort of opened up the viability of Wukong in the jungle entirely.
What I feel weird about this draft is seeing the Kog'Maw pick here, which I don't normally see it early. You kind of want to just keep it for later, but hey, you'll never know what they pull out of the bag, right?
Yeah, it's giving a lot of high prio power picks to Yellow Sprouts. I know Senna is also in contention usually for that blue side first pick.
Or maybe not. Nope. Either way, we see Zyra picked up in paired with Kog'Maw. Not the most standard bot lane when we think of Kog'Maw.
Yeah, you think Kog'Maw, you think Lulu, not Zyra. But there's a lot of strong picks on Yellow Sprouts, Wukong, Set Senna, like what you mentioned, Shoddy. Omega looking a little sussy right now, not gonna lie.
I think Zyra definitely a comfort pick for Han Valen as well. It makes some sense in that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking up right now. I alt-tabbed over to the OPGG looking to see if that was something that, do they flex it mid? No, that's just, super comfort pick for the support. I like it.
Yeah, they're most played champion this season, so makes a good bit more sense. And even though it's not a Lulu or, a Soraka, a typical enchanter, Zyra has a lot of power into this Senna, can threaten a lot of damage early.
Yeah. All right, with the Echo Victor, Seraphine, and Vladimir ban, it looks like Omega will pick Art for the mid lane and Diana as the counter to it, with Mordekaiser as the final and top lane pick for Yellow Sprouts.
I wonder if that's a Senna Wukong bot lane. She's recently been balanced to shift her more over to AD carry than support. But I feel like of the picks they have, that's the one bot lane duo that I've seen go together before.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it in a vacuum, Set is definitely a support that is viable.
Fair.
So we could see, Senna AD carry and Set support.
The old
I'd love
days
to
when
see
that
some
was
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser.
Well, I'm a big
Predictions
fan
for
of the
the
Senna
one?
pick here. I think Senna looks pretty. If Kog'Maw gets a
Trundle
couple of early
Gragas
kills, then he
providing
could be a real
peel.
threat.
Zyra provides a lot of peel, whereas Yellow Sprouts have a stronger skirmishing comp that I think is going to come out playing aggressive.
Yeah, and that's sort of the beauty of Gladiator League, of all amateur league. We can look at two comps. We can say this might happen, but at the end of the day, anything is possible once we get on the Rift. So it'll come down to how each team wants to play their given five.
But yeah, speaking of getting onto the Rift, we are going to throw it to a brief break real quick while Fun Phoenix and Ray Payron here get loaded into game and get to casting. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Week 1, Gladiator League, Omega Titan Esports Zeus versus the Yellow Sprouts. And we are hopping right into it after our little tech difficulties and our power ranking talk, which we'll hopefully get to in a second. But here we are, game 1.
Yeah, wait to start this off. So, Fun Phoenix. Fun question. First streak, what do you think it's going to be?
Ooh, can I look? Can I cheat? Is that cheating?
Can we see? I don't know. If
Yeah,
we can
I
tell.
think I can zoom in and find it.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah, and I already looked. Sorry, it's Earth. It's Mountain Dragon. I already cheated. Sorry.
Mountain Drake. Hey, let's go. Already, we have a little bit of kerfuffle in the bot river between Zyra and what do you call it? Set. But yeah, Set in the bot lane. Who mentioned that was Wukong in the support earlier? Was it Shoddy?
I believe it was Shatak who was thinking it might be Wukong in the bot lane, but looks like it will just be Senna and Set, and Senna will be fasting, or at least he's taking the support item.
Yes, Senna is the quote-unquote support.
But not too much to talk about otherwise. As
little
you see at
engagement
level
going on.
1.
Ogwa's getting caught out. All the ignites coming through, and yeah, nothing too crazy just yet. But Kog'Maw is dangerously low.
Yeah, Kog'Maw thought it might have been a good trade there, but wasn't quite able to make it happen. And Kog'Maw did start boots for health pots, so they will be able to heal back up, but Vortex getting a bit low here maybe. And Valen finds the double stun. Bot lane hits level 2 first.
It's a really great
tempo.
stun by Zyra.
Yeah.
I would say it does feel weird seeing Kog'Maw without an enchanter. But here comes the Set. Flash.
Forward from Butte. Let's see Vortex trying to kite it out. Drops the exhaust, the first blood. Set. The W does a bunch of true damage. Not going to be enough as we see Kaiten go in the mid lane and can find the solo kill on Sosa as well. And a 2-for-1 early here in game 1.
But here comes more body-body contact with Gragas over here. Can he get out though? Yes, he would, but he is dangerously low in health. Does he just walk away fine?
Yeah, Gragas should just be able to drink a couple casks, find himself some more HP. Type 3 not in too bad of a spot.
His cheeks do be spread though.
I suppose you could say that, but did not get taken down, so they aren't that spread. And TP also available for type 3, so if they get, too low on mana, too low on HP, they can opt for a safe recall.
So far, pretty spicy start. 3 kills under 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, wouldn't have it any other way here. And it looks like it will favor Yellow Sprouts just a bit. Up a couple hundred gold after these first couple kills get traded.
We have another skirmish going down in the bot lane. Zyra getting rooted out, but here comes the Wukong.
Here comes Gobita in the mid lane.
And
Flashing
Donald,
forward, not going to be quite enough. Takes a turret shot, gets munched on by Sir Hirsch. Kaiten going to also have to flash away, and Trundle's going to slap away, take a couple bites out of Diana, but not going to be able to find lethal.
Rest in peace, Plant Lady.
The camera can't even keep up with all the fighting that's going on, but Vortex here. Full HP. Did lose Hand Valen, however.
That was a ballsy engagement by Diana. But she got the electrocute off.
Yeah, got the electrocute off, but decided against staying any longer. Gonna take a reset.
So 5 minutes in, and oh boy.
And they're still going as we see the huge
And they get a
haymaker.
kill though.
Will the
Oh.
passive be enough? Not quite. Vortex taken down. Didn't respect
when you
after
think
that
the game's
Butte
gonna go.
enough. And
Oh,
Hand
no.
Valen gonna walk forward, also looking for a piece of that, but just gonna catch those hands from Butte. a quick little double kill in the bot lane.
Seems like vegetables are in this season.
Vegetables are in the season, and Senna is in the soul collecting business. It's been going good for her. Is the Hirsch gonna get caught by the root? Last embrace, and drops the field of ice and skates their way back to blue buff.
So already we have like 8 kills under 6 minutes. And just when you think it's enough, no, we got a spicy engagement on top side. But
Cheeks.
it looks to be just a little skirmish.
Cheeks is level 6, could look for something here on a dive. Gonna decide against it as Yellow Sprouts hovering around this bot dragon might make a play for it here.
Yeah, game's not looking too hot for Omega, because not only are they like 4 kills apart, they are down by like 2k gold, 3k. Yes, somewhere around there, if my math doesn't fail me.
Yeah, 2k gold, but that can disappear in the snap of the fingers with how bloody this game already is. Charm lands by Sosa, and the pillar also dropped. The Moonfall, gonna land on one. Sir Hirsch flashes forward, takes a bite. Spirit Rush, forward, but they've overchased here. Facebreaker pulls Sir Hirsch back in, and Kaiten gonna pick up another one.
Oh, this is not looking good for Omega.
Yeah, Mega Titan Zeus thought they had a play there, but got a bit overzealous. Weren't able to make anything happen, and Valen finds the root. Not going to convert to much more, though.
Yeah, for once, I think games cool down a little bit after all those smexy engagements. But game's not over yet. They may have a little bit of a full deficit, about let's say 3k for Omega side, but anything can happen this game.
You know what? We may be 7-2. We may be 9 kills in, but it is only 8 minutes, so a lot of time to still play. As Type 3 sent to the Death Realm. Gonna try and 1v1 Butte, but Butte recognizes that Sir Hirsch has also made an appearance as the cask lands, and the pillar, not quite enough.
Yeah, the Mordekaiser there respecting the Trundle's positioning based on team intel. Just make sure you don't want to overcommit, especially when you have a lead.
Absolutely. And a lead there indeed is, as Yellow Sprouts pull to about 3k. And they're just gonna keep doing what they do best, finding some engages, looking for some fights.
So the game's looking really tough for Omega right now. If you were in Omega's shoes, what would you do? Oh no.
I would try and dodge the last embrace by Senna, though not going to get too much out of it. I think it's sort of tough. You know, we mentioned that the win con for this Omega Titan Zeus team might be Vortex and the Kog'Maw, but Kog'Maw starting out 0-2, not the hottest, and instead we see Sir Hirsch with both kills. So it's really going to be on Sir Hirsch to try and make something happen here on the map.
Yeah, hats off to Sir Hirsch, just trying to go around the map and try to stabilize the game on their end, but he's got to know when to not overcommit at times.
Yeah, and as we saw, a couple minutes earlier, the overcommit was the downfall. Sir Hirsch for that first stat.
Position. Is he caught out, or is he not?
In a good spot here. Sosa gonna have to flash spear rush out. Will it be enough? The red buff burn is ticking. Does find the takedown on Sosa. Spins to win. The Cyclone flash knocks up 2. Diana doesn't have ult anymore. Kaiten gonna auto what they can. The passive procs. Damage has come out, finding Sir Hirsch. Type 3 gonna just try and run away here. Body slam available in a couple seconds. And gonna get out with their life, but at the cost of 2 of the Zeus players.
Yeah, getting one for from two. I guess that's fine if you're on the losing end, but I don't know. Not when you're losing out one of your, I would say, members with more gold.
Yeah, and it's hard to even be happy because, you know, the one takedown you did find on Kobita, they didn't even have a shutdown. And we look, you know, we look at Kaiten, we look at Butte, they both have a couple hundred gold in addition to their normal amount on their name. Those bounties coming out, but Omega Titans Esports Zeus couldn't even pick up one of those bounties in that 2v1, so just kind of a losing play for them.
Gragas is in trouble.
Yeah, spots Kobita out on the ward. Might get a bit frisky here anyways. Just gonna body slam the monkey and walk back to the safety of the tower.
Somehow managed to dodge that.
Sosa and Sir Hirsch creeping their way up, but gonna decide against it in the end.
Oh, here comes the body slam. Interrupted the Mordekaiser's plan. Cass coming in, and here goes the ult. Diana actually kills the Bucks girl as we speak. As it looks like Tron's able to disengage, or so he thought, until Diana just goes in for the kill.
Yeah, Kaiten just did not care that there was a turret there. Sir Hirsch, not long for this world, and Kaiten gonna pick up a couple plates here in addition to 2 kills. The Dark Seal already fully stacked. The second dragon already over to the side of Yellow Sprouts, and this is just looking more and more doomed for Omega Titan Esports Zeus.
Yeah, look at Diana there with 601 with a BDE.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Even able to pick up the entire mid turret, so that first turret gold will be theirs. Ocean Soul on the map, 10 minutes away from being at Soul. Well, I suppose Yellow Sprouts have to pick it up first.
This is one soul you do not want to see as Omega. But it looks like Ari will be sacrificed for this plate that Omega tries to put down.
And Oathkeeper, a good flash to safety there. Even baiting in the Zeus players. Finds Sosa, maybe a bit overzealous. Trying to just make any play happen here. They are, of course, a bit behind in the CS and gold department. A bit of a 40 CS gap in the mid lane. Not too surprising, given all the kills that Kaiten has been able to snag so far.
Yeah, looking pretty doomed.
It is looking pretty good, doomed. Coming out.
Managed to save Zyra's life for a bit, but and it delays enough time for Trundle to come down. Will he be able to get the double though? Because if he did, that is huge for Omega. All right, Alcove Gaming, here we go.
Just try to give the kill over to Vortex, and the kill has been given over to Vortex. So Oathkeeper, as much as we love some Alcove Gaming, ring around the rosy, pockets full of Vortex now.
Now that gold's gonna help Vortex come back into the game, hopefully.
It was a small charitable donation, but Hirsch was able to pick up 600 gold, that 300 gold shutdown sitting on Butte, and that's definitely going to be bigger as... Uh-oh.
And that Kog'Maw Butte is gone.
Now you see him. Now you don't. Kaiten, the rocket belt forward, and then a quick 1-2 dash ult will be enough. Kaiten did not opt for the Medjais. I don't know how you feel about that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely did not opt in for the Medjais with 14 stacks. I say, when you're in it, you're in. Gotta swing that BD.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good pillar coming out.
You know, when I was looking at Yellow Sprout's name, the name of their top laner, and, well, the set, I was expecting a nice wombo combo, but no, I wasn't. What I didn't realize is that is basically Titan's resume.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of Wombo combo, even if that was what the comp was designed to do. So many isolated fights. Flash out here at the top. Hirsch in a bad position.
Herald's being dropped on the top side. Oh, we're gonna get a spicy team fight here.
Oh, big! A-Maker dealing a ton of true damage. The drop is going to come down, but Hirsch did not die. Going to be taken down now. 2 for 1. Yellow Sprouts once again charging with the Rift Herald. Could be Kaiten trying to look for something bot lane. Didn't quite find it though. Did burn Sosa's flash, and Mordekaiser taking matters into his own hands. Spread them cheeks. Finding some plants. That didn't happen. I didn't see that.
All right,
we can just
go for Omega.
Yeah. Well, that was just Kobita, you know, trying to even it out a bit, trying to make it a bit more interesting. As 16 minutes in, and all of the top towers are gone.
What's 500 gold gonna do in a 11k gold deficit?
You know what? It's just to make the game interesting. Faster reset. You know, we're so early into the game where dying, even with a shutdown, it might just be worth it to get to Fountain faster.
The 20-second reset. But yeah, the game's just looking absolutely depressing for Omega at the moment. A pretty crushing game for game 1.
Yeah, and you know, it's not really a matter of if Yellow Sprouts are going to win this game. I think it's more a matter of how fast can they win this game. They have such a huge gold advantage. They have way more items, up in experience. So it'll just be, can they snowball a fight and end the game in an efficient manner for game 2?
Speaking of snowballing, here comes the Ocean Drake that just spawned. Everyone's going to try and hover around it. But it looks like they're going to go back to the mid lane to just go up for a little bit of a Mexican standoff.
Yep, getting that mid lane wave prio, allowing them to have more entry into this dragon. And Kaiten just sitting here in the flank position. Gotta watch them here, waiting for Zeus to walk in. Gonna make a move here.
She's tries to dive in further. He tried to get the sun up, but she was not able to secure. It took a little too long as the fight's going on. Everyone's just getting smashed left, right, center. It looks like Omega's slowly being wiped out. Mordekaiser comes in for Sir Harsh, and he's not able to 1v1 in it. And there goes the cleanup by Diana.
A quadra kill for Kaiten. Somebody stole their ace, their pentakill, but nonetheless, a dominant team fight win. Of course, death timers are so low since we're still so early into the game. It will be hard to end off of that fight. But we should see, at the very least, this mid tower fall, maybe this bot tower fall, and, you know, Yellow Sprouts might even try and push for one of these inhib turrets.
Yeah, so any bets on what the game's gonna end?
Placing bets on when it's gonna end. Wow, that feels wrong. I think it'll take another 6 or 7 minutes, would be my guess.
It's a ticking time bomb, isn't it?
It really is, and you know, we see the Baron will be on the map here in 50 seconds or so. Yellow Sprouts are definitely strong enough.
Let's not forget that this is still a game. This is League of Legends we're talking about.
And you know what? This is a best of 3, right? So anything can really happen. This is just the warm-up game for Zeus. They're just trying to, you know, get their muscle memory back, try and remember what it's like to play League. I think we've all been there, haven't played in a couple days, and it's just like, first game back, kind of not great, but game 2 will be their game. I'm calling it right now.
Game 2 will definitely be their game because we would definitely want to see a full 3-game series.
Oh yeah, full 3-game series. Far more interesting to watch. And Baron now available. We'll see, you know, if Yellow Sprouts want to move in that direction, clearing out some vision. They have some good vision in this red side jungle. Will they try and force it, or are they just going to continue to push out waves, continue to look for picks?
As they get picked on by Titan. Oh!
It just looks like, you know, slicing through butter. This Diana damage is insane, and it makes sense. Kaiten, the full 25 Magi stacks. Rabadon's acquired.
Yeah, and would you like to make a guess what the next item is with a Rabadon sitting there? I mean,
Well, the large rod does point me in the direction of Void Staff, would be my guess, but either way, this is a Diana with 700 AP, 21 minutes into the game, and unfortunately, there is only so much MR you can build in that amount of time, as all of OMT Zeus will be at the hands of Kaiten. Aaron picked up, and Ocean Drag, Ocean Soul not on the map.
Will Mordecai be able to spread Ari's cheeks, or will his cheeks be spread open as the stopwatch goes off? And smack goes Ari's ass.
Yep, you know, spread them cheeks. They began a bit greedy, looking for those wolves. They were like, our team is so ahead, I can be wherever I want. And, you know, unfortunately, Zeus weren't able to find the pick. But that was maybe one of their better opportunities remaining in this game. As now, Yellow Sprouts, they've all reset. They have Baron, they have their items. And they are going to look for this inhib turret.
Just a matter of time. Dive by Kaiten. Oh, looking really low. And the shutdown goes to the Trundle. Big. Kobita goes down as well. Dive looks like it went all wrong. Are they gonna chase though? Are they gonna chase for this set? While Mordekaiser pushes for the inhib on his own. It looks like he's gonna be forced to back off as Ari and Gragas turns in to respond to it.
Yeah, Kaiten, you know, looking for their montage play there, went for the flash engage. Unfortunately, not able to find more than one, so maybe a bit over aggressive there. Could have just sat there, farmed the wave, continued to push with Baron. Instead, tried to get that nice clip for their YouTube montage, and even though it didn't go well, they will all be up in time to get to this 4th Ocean Dragon. Will be Soul if Yellow Sprouts can claim it. But Zeus will be able to get there first, so hopefully they'll be able to establish some vision, and without Baron available for Yellow Sprouts, could be, you know, more of an interesting fight. Of course, there is still that 15,000 gold lead, which I'm no expert, but I think you'd agree with me, Ray. That's not optimal.
No, it's horrible. But with the shutdown of Kaiten, that would lower the stakes of the Magi's. It's a little more gold. They'll make a good workaround with. So we'll see what they could do from there. As Yellow Sprouts safely secured the dragon, because I don't want to be in Omega shoes. I'm pretty sure no one wants to go out there and try to contest it, especially with that kind of lead that Yellow Sprouts has.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the one upside that Zeus does have here is there are basically no flashes available for Yellow Sprouts. So if they can find a great cast, maybe a really strong pillar, that could be enough, comboed into a charm plus the Strangle Thorns. Maybe that'll buy them a pick or two and another 4 or 5 minutes in this game.
Yeah, now it looks like both teams are just volleying from lane to lane, trying to push and defend while waiting for other objectives to spawn up.
And we see Spread Them Cheeks just going to continue to solo push bot lane, as the rest of Yellow Sprouts making their way towards the top inhib.
That's another inhib secure for the Sprouts.
Yeah,
no,
but
sorry, that was the first inhib.
The mid wave, bit of a disaster. Of course, Yellow Sprout's going to go remedy that now. Now that they have that top inhib, they're just going to wait for the supers to spawn. Just slowly but surely going to make sure that OMT Zeus bleed out of this game entirely. And they should have no issue ending the game once they have 1 or 2 super minions crashing into those Nexus towers.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be bleeding it too long, because once Cosmo is able to get his items up, that's the danger zone you're walking into. Well, it looks like they'll be doing it fine.
The real issue is that the danger zone around Kaiten is basically 2 screens away. Because they have the Hextech rocket belt available, they have a couple of dashes. Their threat range is just so far that you gotta be really scared if you're anyone on the side of OMT Zeus.
Here comes the... Ooh, where did Zyra go?
I have no idea where she went. She got deleted.
The rest of the game just trolled us.
Yep, gone from this world, and that is inhib number 2 down. 1 final inhib remaining. Perhaps the final hope for OMT Zeus. Going to just let it fall, but...
Here comes the saddle into the team. He's going to use this W. Everyone's going to engage on the mat. And it looks like a Mordekaiser ult is going through. He's going to try and deal as much damage as he can in there and try to walk out. It looks like they've somehow secured the battle, and game looks pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, here comes the flash and the Wukong ult.
Bye-bye, OMT Zeus. Game 1 for Red Sprouts, and maybe not the cleanest fight at the end there, but good enough for sure. Just so far ahead that they just threw their wallets straight at OMT Zeus, and Yellow Sprouts able to pick up this game 1.
This was definitely a fun game to watch.
It was something. I will tell you that much. I mean, we saw, what, 9 kills within the first 6 or 7 minutes, and honestly, you know, games like that are really fun to watch, but they can also be hard to sort of understand the idea behind what each team was going for. You know, a lot of great snowballing there from Kaiten on that Diana pick, just being an absolute MVP, dealing a ton of damage this first game.
All right, and with game 1 out of the way, we're going to go to a short break while we set up for game 2. So don't leave yet. We'll be back with game 2, possibly game 3.
언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 이길 수 없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you running it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game said I'm on fire with the blade you're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa so keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보던 좋아할 거야 we so tough let's get it show you out can you feel the rush now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 they could try but we're gonna wear the crown you could go another round 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 wish you luck but you're not bringing us down we go hard till we get it we go hard we so in it we pop stars only winning now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 난 멈추지 않아 we go hard we pop stars ain't nobody bringing us down 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 they could try but we're gonna wear the crown you could go another round 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 wish you luck but you're not bringing us down we go hard till we get it we go hard we so in it we pop stars only winning now ain't nobody bringing us down 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 Coming at you live, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause our game will make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. I'll melt your face off, disappear, I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murder in this world, my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knocking dead, turning heads, I got all the eyes on me. Pretty face, 걸어 들어와, 유행 선두자. 원하지만 못하잖아, 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 달리 you도 go. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, cause I like the ball. 멈추지 않아, 나는 내 그게 like a bag. 그거 말고 bye, 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게. 어깨 펴고 high, 100% 덤비지 못해. 죽여주잖아, 나는 boss. 간지 with the sauce, 원하면 줄게. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해, 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. Coming at you live, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause our game will make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. It's crazy. Sorry for the bad news, sorry I'm so bad.
Welcome back, Titan fans of all ages. My name is Django Ultimus, and hopefully I will be here for the entirety of this Analyst Desk segment. Thank you so much, Fun Phoenix, for jumping in with Shot Duck, and thank you so much, Shot Duck, for holding it down. We just got out of Game 1 of Yellow Sprouts versus the Omega Titan Esports Zeus, and slight bit of shellacking going on there, Shot Duck. What in the world happened to the Zeus?
Whew. Oh my god, yeah. The slapping heard around the world. That was intense. We saw, what was it, like a 15-minute 25 stack Magi's from Chitin?
11k gold lead very early on. I can't remember the time, but I just looked up and it was like 24 to 13k or something. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, that game got
24 to 35.
Out of control, like very quickly. And like that was kind of what the from the Sprouts was built to do. It was built to skirmish, built to snowball and get itself to that state. And they tried to throw. There was the dive on the inhib turret. The dive on the Nexus turrets was pretty iffy as well. But by the time they were diving the Nexus turrets, it was like the gold. It was 20k gold lead. It was legitimately impossible to throw hard enough at that point.
It's very, very difficult. And I think there were some like team-wide things we could go into, but let's break it down piece by piece. We'll start on the top side and work our way down, into the we'll start on the pretty side of the wreck, and then we'll hit the ugly side later. Top lane pretty much went how it was supposed to, right? Mordekaiser into Gragas. Mordekaiser pushed him in, got a small CS lead. Gragas survived under tower, stacked up a tier, did his little darn Gragas thing. Sadly, it just everything kind of crumpled down around him. Any notable things you want to talk about the top lane? I feel like it was pretty much status quo.
Yeah, top lane was for Zeus literally the one lane that went according to plan. The Gragas did his job. There was like one moment where we were trying to figure out what in the world happened because it looked like a really nice explosive cask.
Oh yeah, under the tower when we got the first gank up there.
Yeah, and that could have made things a bit better. Yeah. The barrel fizzled for some reason. My best guess was the it was stuck in the death realm. But no, I liked a lot of what I saw from that's Think 3, right?
Type 3.
Type 3. Yeah. Type 3 on the Gragas was pretty solid.
Solid performance there. Jungle, I think Yellow Sprouts, obviously with a little bit of a roster mismatch, at least from their starting roster on the line. Ivar not able to be here. Oathkeeper stepping up. Cheeks going down in the bot lane. Kobita going into the jungle. And Kobita looked pretty fine in the jungle, all things considered. Pretty decent synergy with Chitin, or Chitin was calling him when he needed him. It's hard to tell which, but felt like he was in the right place at the right time. Didn't have too much time to shine, but didn't need to. Sir Hirsch had a little bit of a different game on the other hand. Why don't you tell me about that one?
Ooh. Sir Hirsch, I mean, for better or worse, got all the gold for Zeus. The last hits, we were both really hoping to see the big 600 gold shutdown in the early game on the set go to Vortex on the Kog'Maw, but instead Trundle got that last hit. He did give the other kill there to Vortex to try to keep Kog'Maw in the game, but they got the worst end of a lot of these 2v2 fights, but managed to pull one kill back, so it wasn't a total loss. But they just as a team, with the lanes having gone the bottom half of the map, the lanes having gone so badly, like how do you contest a dragon? How do you contest a herald? He got the gold, he got the items, but it's tough to shine when the rest of the map is going like that.
Very hard. And it sounds like we're about to be jumping into draft, so I'm going to let that roll up whenever it is able to come up. And we're going to keep going down, because I definitely need to hit mid and bot lane before we go too much into this. I'll give my thoughts on mid, and then you go ahead and give your thoughts on bot. And honestly, mid was definitely a lane more so a little bit different for bot, where I don't feel like Sosa played it that awfully. It didn't really have the early game laning prowess that I was really looking for, but I felt like it was much more Chitin exposing him and breaking like taking small advantages and turning them into big ones. I think Chitin smurfed the lane more than Sosa inted it, and that was really impressive out of Chitin, who, oh man, I can't get the Tristana game out of my head from the semifinals, where it was just so many forward jumps. This time, every single time on the Diana he went forward, he got kills. 25 stack Magi's, massive AP numbers, Rabadon's second or third item. It was absolutely cracked play out of him. And if he can keep up that performance all split long, that's a serious, like, we're already talking like an MVP level performance right here out of him.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one moment we both like jumped out of our seats where just the Diana passive almost one-shot the Zyra. Like we got that he was ahead at that point, but like when that's the amount of damage you're outputting, that's something.
It's a rough time. Looks like draft is up and available. So while we go through the first couple bans here, Shot Duck, that bot lane, man, you've got 6 ban times to go through that bot lane. Hit me with it. What the heck happened?
Yeah, like I can see some like level of unfamiliarity. Like you're looking at a set Senna lane, and set is kind of uniquely positioned as far as like Juggernauts to be a bit better in that, because like they started the Doran's shield. I would bet that they had second wind, and then the set passive gives a ton of HP regen, so it becomes very tough to actually kill him. But you have to play the lane even like a little bit right. The positioning from Vortex was like, I'm genuinely not trying to flame, but the positioning from Vortex was truly abysmal. Like the pathing, the positioning in fights, like this is a Kog'Maw that should not be walking up into melee range of a set, level 1, level 2, getting pulled in with the face breaker. Like, especially when you have a Zyra backing you up, like we're not even going to get into the standard with Kog'Maw is to pair it with an enchanter to really like shield, heal, protect, peel the Kog'Maw. Like, I can kind of see the idea with Zyra. I actually really like Zyra as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
And she provides a lot of peel, and so I like Zyra into a comp that has dive like that. But they didn't even give themselves a chance to be even a little bit okay in that lane. Like, they were walking up, the amount of 2-person stuns that Set was able to just walk up and land. And like, it's not just that the Zeus bot lane played poorly. Like, that was very well played by the Yellow Sprouts. Like,
yep,
it's such a weird bot lane combo to pull off, and especially playing Senna in support when she's been rebalanced to go to the AD carry role, so she's not getting as many souls. Like, they got so many 2v2 kills, and they almost got a lot of 2v3 kills when Sir Hirsch came up. But I think if Zeus wants to have any chance in this game, even if mid lane continues as it did, the bot lane, I need them to step up.
The bot lane for Omega Zeus definitely needs to step up, and that looks like to be their plan. We've gone past a couple picks and bans, and we're going to catch up real quick. The Wukong got taken away from the Yellow Sprouts. It's going to be on Titan's side, so Hirsch will grab that monkey in the jungle, and then they're going to grab Draven Nautilus bot lane for them, so they really want that redemption arc in the bot lane. Very aggressive going in style, and we'll see if they're going to be able to redeem themselves here. It's going to be the very powerful Swain picked up from the Yellow Sprouts, a flex between the solo lanes. I'd imagine you could also throw it bot or support, but much more powerful and well known in the solo laners. Alistar support just wants to get cream of the crop right there, and a Bull and Bear jungle. They're going to lock their Jhin 80 carry as well. So give me quick thoughts on the bot lane and the jungle matchup. That's what we have locked in right now.
All right, like, I suspect this is going to be Chitin on Swain, but like,
that's my
I've
thought,
seen
too.
I've seen the Chitin Alistar.
That's true. We absolutely have seen the Chitin Alistar. I believe he
Um,
won the Rakan game and lost the Alistar game, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
Still mid lane for those unaware of what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Mid lane champs, right there, 100%. Oh, okay. Now we get a little bit to talk about because
Yeah.
there is a little bit, and I will get someone from production to tell me
Confirm
what's
where
going on
stuff
here.
goes.
Yes, because Wukong, Sejuani both can go top and jungle right now, and personally, I'd love to see the Sejuani top and the Wukong jungle. I think it
100%.
fits much more for how Type 3 and Sir Hirsch played game one. And they both played their roles very well in game one, so I'd like to see them stick on that. But then the reply Fiora is so to start playing this champ. It is just disgusting. It's abusive. It's so good into obvious CC like Sejuani, and I really think it could become an absolute menace. It is Sejuani top, Wukong jungle. Let's go.
Yeah, I like that lineup a lot better. Sejuani top. I think she's a good duelist. She's got a lot of work cut out for her trying to bait out the riposts, because there are like 5 different ways Fiora gets the stun in those trades instead of just the slow. But I am like, yeah, I want to see another good game. Type 3 just has to not lose. and they're able to do their job. And they need to enable this Wukong pick to run amok around the map. Especially because it's Volibear jungle we're looking at. So like the Wukong needs to get a lead or he's just gonna get stat checked out of existence. So I think it's the better version of the lineup. And I also really want to see what Sesh has on this Diana, because just looking through the OPGGs, or Sosa, not Sesh, I don't know where I got that from. They have a good amount more Diana games played than RE games, and Diana just seems to be more in line with the champs that they play. So I'm really hoping for a better performance out of the mid lane.
We'll see what comes of things. Omega Titan Esports Zeus have set themselves up for redemption here in game 2 with an aggressive bot lane and taking Chitin's pick here in the mid lane. Will they run this first series to game 3, or Yellow Sprout's going to come out with a dominant 2-0 victory here in week 1 rather? You're gonna have to stick around to find out. Fun Phoenix and Ray are going to bring you all the action on the Rift in just a moment.
Thank you, Django. Thank you, Shot Duck, over at the analyst desk. We are back here. Game 2, week 1, Gladiator League. We have Omega Titan Esports Zeus against Yellow Sprouts, and
Sorry,
see
but this looks like a possible invade coming through.
the squad's coming in.
They backed off.
They backed off indeed, and we see a flip-flop here of the bot lanes. Vortex and Han Valen, instead of going for this Zyra and Kog'Maw, maybe the safer, further back scaling lane, they have instead opted. We see the Draven, we see the Nautilus. We know what Draven and Nautilus do. They go in, and they don't care if you know what kind of things you're doing at all. So, we'll see if this flip-flop in strategies will work out for them. We'll have to wait and find out.
Yep, it looks like both sides of the jungle are starting on the same side. Both on the top side. What did they call this? Parallel jungling?
Yeah, something parallel, mirrored. I don't know exactly what the term is for it, but there is a nice cheeky little ward there on Sir Hirsch's blue buff, so Yellow Sprouts will know that the monkey has started topside. Helpful information to have.
We're already seeing a lot of poke coming up from the Draven on the Jhin. He's already on half health. This is where Fleetwood Works gonna come in handy. Ooh, nice hook by the Swain. Diana trying to go back in for the re-engage. So poke a little bit of damage out, but she loses more health in the meantime.
And Jhin, as we're seeing, sort of gets stat checked by Draven in the early game, and Vortex is making full use of that, throwing axe after axe, just doing what they can to chunk out Butte on the Jhin.
Diana trying to get away with the poke, but it looks like she's going to be caught out by the Swain by the counter engage. Barely making out there.
And Kaiten, who we saw on the Diana last game, doing such a good job. Now, flipped around. They're going to be the one facing against a Diana instead. And some good early trades by them on the Swain.
Diana going in for the engage on the Swain, thinking it's a kill that he might be able to get, but Wukong's coming in to help her out with a gank. Manages to get out with a flash and ghost. So there we go, both sums down for Kaiten. Not looking too good at the moment, but and CS above the Diana.
A trade of flashes there. Sir Hirsch also committing the flash on that play. But Kaiten not in a terrible spot. They are going to be able to crash the wave with the help of Kobita. And now they will be able to come back. Of course, not having summoners could be a problem for them. But they will have an item advantage, at least for a little while, before Sosa can find that first reset.
Now, as we look at Volibear just coming in, engaging on the Nautilus with a root from the Jhin. And will you be able to stun him up? No, Wukong comes into the rescue.
Yep, Han Valen having to flash out there, the hook to the wall. Not quite far enough away to get out of range of Kobita's stun, so the claws slapped up the Nautilus, but now Kobita looking for more here.
Volley looking to establish dominance in the jungle as Wukong backs off, and he is completely surrounded. First blood with Knights going around. Up to Sosa.
And don't call it deja vu, but Diana getting first blood here in this game. Of course, Diana is on the opposite team, so first blood over to the side of Omega Titans. Zeus, Sosa finding themselves in a leading position here with that first blood gold. And Kobita, looking for an aggressive play early. Thought they might have had that bot prio, but found 4 members from the side of Zeus and has to burn the flash, tries to get out, not going to be enough. That's the first dragon on the map.
Game's a lot cooler this time around.
Yeah, there's not 9 kills yet.
Shocker.
Listen, I'm just saying, it was the warm-up game for Zeus. This is their game. They're gonna run it back.
Well, they're gonna show that, hey, we are here to actually play.
always more fun when we get, you know, more competitive games, shall we say. And as we say that, we see Spread Them Cheeks, you know, spreading open Type 3's cheeks in the top lane, up 20 CS at 6 minutes, so making their life hard.
Diana goes in for the engage on the Swain, but looks like she's gonna awkwardly back off with a flash as Alistar comes in for a surprise gank.
Yep, heads up roam by Oathkeeper. Know they have the bot freeze set up, so Butte will be safe farming that and managing to burn the flash on Sosa in the mid lane.
Ooh, the hook on the Nautilus might catch him off guard. No, looks like he's gonna be able to get up just fine. Nice little skirmish down there. Nothing too consequential.
And the longer this bot lane gets to sit here without dying, the happier Butte is. Jhin, you know, gets super out-traded in the early levels, but eventually will start to outrange and out-damage Vortex on the Draven. So I'd like to see Sir Hirsch, you know, maybe recognize this and start to path bot lane and look for some better plays with their bot lane duo.
Here comes the Alistar for the gank. CC from the Swain. Diana goes in for the ult. Looks like trade of ults. Finishes the fight off with a secure on the Diana.
Yeah, and Kobita and Kaiten, the duo there, looking for a play. Unable to get it. You know, they end up trading 1 for 1, which Sosa has to be pretty happy about. Also burning the ghost on Kaiten. And Sosa will miss a mid wave, so that will be a huge, you know, gold loss for them. However, they were able to at least trade 1 for 1, so not the end of the world.
Fiora trying to spread Sejuani's cheeks up there. What she wasn't expecting is her cheeks to be open for tower.
Yeah, the
Had a
dash
flash
forward,
over
a touch over aggressive, has to flash to safety, and the first dragon still on the map. Cloud Dragon, of course, not the most exciting in the early game, but it does mean we won't see Cloud Soul, which I think is the most boring soul to see.
Blessing. Oh, look at Sir Hirsch here. Alcove Gaming.
Alcove Gaming here, and it's all on hand Valen. Will they be able to find a hook? Flash not available. Hex Slash not an option. Level 6 on Butte. Ursh just hanging out. Wave pushing away from them, and
Oh, a hook from the Swain and a full-on combo from him. Looks like Diana's gonna go back in with a re-engage. Will she be able to finish this fight off? And no, they do manage to fight each other off to last them half health. So that's pretty spicy for the next engagement.
a strong trade.
Push, waiting to re-engage in mid lane. Well, yeah, skirmishes all around.
Yeah, Kaiten here threatening a freeze. Hoping that Sosa will walk up, and Kobita is just sitting here in the topside river. No flash available for Sosa. Dangerous scenario here for them.
Here comes the ult from Kaiten. Sir Hirsch comes in with the Wukong ult. And that is a kill for Kaiten as Kobita goes in for the ult, smashes him in, and all the deaths traded around in mid lane as Alistar gets slayed in the bot lane.
Yeah,
much of a
these
context.
teams going at it all across the map. Vortex able to pick up 150 adoration stacks with that takedown on Oathkeeper. The ult there, the recent addition to it, the execute, just being a huge help against the Alistar, making sure that they had enough damage to find the full kill, and that's going to be able to get them enough gold to continue playing this mid game. They are, of course, up about 25 farm, but they will have to reset, and this will allow Yellow Sprouts to grab the first dragon here at the 10-minute mark.
Now, this is what I like to see. Omega actually being able to step up on the game and just have a little more wiggle room to just do spicy stuff.
Yeah, this game definitely a lot closer, though. You know, it'd be hard to find a game that wasn't close compared to that first game. We saw such a huge gold lead early. In this case, a couple hundred gold in the favor of OMT Zeus at this point. But they are down that first objective, and Rift Herald is up. Seems like OMT Zeus might be trying to make a play for it here.
Ooh, engagement from the Sejuani with her ult going off, and there's a full. Will she be able to get a kill? Yes, she can. Fiora tried everything she could, but nothing to avail as Diana's trying to run away as fast. Probably trying to try and bait it back with Wukong, but no. She ulted in. Everyone's flying about. And pop goes the Kong.
And welcome to the bouncy castle as Oathkeeper finding the double knock-up into just being able to find the full takedown on Sosa. Kubita coming there for the cleanup on Hirsch as well, and Yellow Sprout's just going to use these kills to continue to siege this mid wave, this mid tower, grab a couple plates for themselves. And Valen might be looking for something here. 1v3.
Yeah, scores starting to now match up 5-5 in terms of kills. And gold is, I'd say, only 200 to 300 difference in 12 minutes.
Yeah, but it is now swung back.
Game.
Swung back to the side of Yellow Sprouts. So a much better early game from OMT Zeus.
Look at that engagement in top lane. Fiora just could not do anything against that Sedge. She is thick with triple C's in capital.
Yeah, Sejuani already having 170 armor and Bramble Vest. So even though Spread Them Cheeks is able to get true damage with the Vital procs on Fiora, it doesn't mean that they'll be able to take these trades for free.
Oh, comboed. And more Q's coming out. That is a lot of abilities coming out. Fight goes long. Wukong tries to come in gank. Probably regretting it unless he could get a kill here. He'll come there. Is he gonna ult in? Nope, does not need to. Yes, she's dead. Nolus tries to help. Probably trying to secure this Swain on top of it, but nah. Nada. Swain's just too good. I wasn't expecting him to be this strong this season. Wow.
Yeah, Swain, you know, after that mini rework, found himself in a much better spot than he previously was. And we've seen the popularity of him rise across all lanes. And Kaiten doing a great job showcasing that here. 5-1. Leandri's already picked up. And they are just doing their best to show that they don't need Diana. They can do this on any champion. Trying to make a repeat of game 1.
Sejuani ult missed. Saving grace for Fiora.
Went a bit wide. Spread them cheeks, you know, dashing out of the way, making themselves hard to hit. As Kubita slapping a ward, gonna get a reset. First Rift Herald, still on the map. Both junglers do not seem that interested in it currently.
Yeah, with Swain back in the meta, I might actually just play League again, even though I say I wouldn't.
You like Lee as a counter to Swain these days?
Oh no, obviously I might play League of Legends.
Oh, League. Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
That makes a bit more sense. Although Lee Sin is able to just kick an ulting Swain back into their team and kind of make him not work anymore. As the Hextech Dragon.
Bush looking on the Wukong. As, oh no, Ellie, you knocked him out. Diana tries to go for a save, but gets caught by a volley. She goes back. Looks like 1, 2, 3. Goes to Swain. No, Jin actually gets it. Swain gets killed. That happens somewhere off there in the bottom.
And a 4-for-0 Yellow Sprouts taking control of this game in a very dominant fashion. Kaiten with the triple kill, continuing to propel themselves forward. And the Hextech Dragon picked up drag number 2. As we see Ocean Soul going to be back on the map, but now it looked like, you know, maybe a decent early game falling away from them.
Look at all the damage. Oh, the ultimate. That saved Sejuani there.
Type 3 playing it a bit close, but escaping with their life. Not going to go for the reset, though.
Double flashies coming off from him. You feel the thirst from Sedge.
Yeah.
And there's the root on the Diana. Is she going, though? Nope.
That's
There
Kaiten.
goes first turret. Kind of trying to limp away from this 3v1. Forced to ult and gets shut down. That's a juicy 1k gold for Sir Hirsch.
1k gold indeed, and you know it's not 1k gold on a Draven, it's not 1k gold on a Diana, but you still have to be pretty happy because it is 1k gold at all. Just trying to find wherever they can here. OMT Zeus making a heads up play on the map there, recognizing that Kaiten was all alone in the bot lane and able to find the takedown there before Swain was able to pick up Azanya's. Gonna be, you know, helpful if nothing else, even though the gold lead is still about 4,000 for the side of Yellow Sprouts.
Yep. So what's this? Volibear catching out the Sejuani. Just gonna keep mashing onto her as she just tries to awkwardly go out, but could not dash across the wall because Volibear was in the way. W coming up from the Swain. Wukong coming out here trying to help out. Buy as much time and possibly might actually go for the volley. But it looks like he's gonna be able to ult away safely into the hands of Fiora. And that was that fight.
Yeah, Kobita trying to find type 3 there, and unfortunately the Boar Rider was just too tanky in that scenario, so Kobita having to ult back over the wall.
Mash on the Draven. Cleanse coming out, but you cannot cleanse a knockup. As he'll just go poof.
And Vortex didn't have vision.
Oh no. Hook on the Alistar. Forced to ult. Can he make it out though? And he gets CC down, but his ult doing all the work for him. Here comes the Gen ult. 1, 2, 3, and no kills on the 4th. Shut down on the Alistar. A lot of things going on. Kaiten just trying to deal with much damage this game before he goes down and gets it. Possibly 2 more and 3. Everything's just turned around for Yellow Sprouts, and there we have it. Beautiful fight.
And a clutch heal from Butte in the middle of that one, making sure Kaiten was able to continue life stealing when they were getting low. A huge Swain is now a huge problem for OMT Zeus. A fight that looked so good in the start just did not end up playing well for them. And now all their infrastructure is being threatened. Spread them cheeks, picking up that top turret as we see the Rift Herald getting a charge off on the bot inhib turret as well. And Yellow Sprouts are starting to run away with this one.
Yeah. And it looks like game might go to Sprouts again with a 8k gold lead.
8k gold lead, and they also are able to get full resets off 1 minute before this Ocean Dragon. So this will be the 3rd dragon on the map. Not the end of the world. OMT Zeus might have to give this one up, or they may decide this is their best opportunity to fight. 40 seconds here, just trying to fight over some vision. Get those mid-wave shoves out. Get some prio where you can. Try and give yourself the best possible scenario before a fight.
Nautilus ult, along with Swain, goes into the team. We try to deal as much damage. Goes in, gets about like half the team through. Gen ult coming through. 1, 2, 3, and now kill secured by Fiora. And Omega just forced to scramble out of there as much with as many members as they can. Unfortunately, Diana gets hooked, and there goes the secure by Jin.
Dosa thought they had something there. Could not make it happen, though, and now Yellow Sprout's moving over to the side of the Baron. Gonna neglect to take this dragon instead. Gonna take the big serpent. And Baron should be able to force them over the finish line here. That being said, spread them cheeks, getting a bit flanked here in the bot lane.
Type 3, spotting out Fiora. Hopefully they should be able to secure her. As, ooh, they're forced to flash out on each other. And trying to secure the Sejuani, but dies doing so. Now, if you're gonna die, you might as well get one along with you, right?
Yeah, you know what, just saying, you know what, I can 1v1 you even though it's a 1v3 for them cheeks. Able to take down Type 3. Not the biggest deal for either team, you know. Definitely unfortunate that Cheeks will not be able to have Baron available for a split push now. But the rest of Yellow Sprouts do have that Baron available to them. They're going to look to use it as they start up this third Ocean Dragon.
Oh, here comes the Russian from the Volley Bear as he tries to find the Draven, does not. Cat latches on the Nautilus, and a huge fight ensues, and everyone's just going all over the place. Wukong going down, Volley Bear is securing the Draven, no, gets shut down by Sejuani. And that's the end of Swain's ult. As much as dominance as could spread on as Jin tries to back him up, and yes, as the other two members of Omega runs away. Oh, Diana tries to run in the middle of Sprouts.
And yeah, we saw Sosa find a huge knockup, but they just don't have that many items. They're not able to deal that much damage, and the Locket from Oathkeeper able to keep most of the Yellow Sprouts safe. So, seemed like maybe a good opportunity, not actually a winning fight for OMG Zeus.
Oop. Alright, and now back to pushing mid lane.
Back to pushing mid lane indeed. They have the Baron still available for a little bit, so gonna see what they can do with it remaining.
Oh, hello, Diana. You're looking a little cut out there. Not me. Seriously, Diana. You're cut out there, Fiora. And... oof. Alright, with blue team with another inhibitor destroyed, looks like Sprouts are gonna back off. And probably just regroup and think about the next objective, or possibly a push in the bot lane.
Yep. And that's, all they can do. Baron has fallen off at this point, and it's going to be another 3 minutes before the next one spawns. So they're just going to have to bide their time, wait until that happens, or maybe look for a fight here.
Speaking of fights, here comes the catch on the Nautilus. It's going to be caught out. Two outs come out of it. And Zoom goes to the swing with Ghost. Can you take the Wukong? Yes, he managed to hook onto him. But here comes the rest of Omega as Sejuani tosses around and Swain leaves as fast as he could.
That increased speed with the Ghost, just going to be able to get him to safety. Kaiten not trying to throw away this bounty, though it's not the largest. They do have a lot of items here. And they're just going to try and see what they can do here. 2 inhibs down. It will sort of start to funnel some gold back into the side of OMT Zeus. However, it is still a 10,000 gold difference. So what little extra gold they're getting from these super minion waves might not be enough to actually offset how far ahead Yellow Sprouts are.
Once again, this game's a ticking time bomb. Miss Diana gets rooted out. Swain goes in for the fight. Nautilus and Citrani tries to help out. Looks like they were able to get out safely. Both sides.
Yep, and now Yellow Sprouts, only thing left to do on the map currently is grab this final bot turret and inhib. So they will do just that. The turret will fall, and next the inhib will.
And that is all 3 inhibs gone within 26 minutes as Omega tries to capitalize on Fiora, who is alone and smashed while leaving Diana on low health.
Yeah, spread them cheeks, getting, you know, thought they saw something. Bit too far up, not respecting the enemy team. But at the end of the day, doesn't really change much. Yellow Sprouts, just gonna wait on this next Baron. 40 seconds up until it's up. Almost a full minute until that Soul Dragon for the Yellow Sprouts, that Ocean Soul will be theirs. They're just gonna grab a couple jungle camps, grab what they can find on the map, and take the resets before the objectives.
This looks absolutely rough for Omega with 3 inhibs down. Turtling will be very difficult.
Yeah, you just have to commit so many resources to keeping your base alive that it's really hard to contest either of these objectives at this point. You know, maybe you can hope for some kind of miracle steal by Sir Hirsch, but it seems like OMT Zeus just gonna have to leave the monkey in base and give up both the Baron and the Dragon, though. We'll see. Maybe they can get onto the map in time for Dragon.
Yep, as Baron's gonna be secured by Yellow Sprouts. Securely and safely.
Vortex doing their best. Toss the Whirling Death. Not able to grab the steal, though, and that is what we like to see here. No cheese steals, though they do make the game more interesting. Good on Kobita for having a strong smite.
Looks like the last Drake will be secured by Yellow Sprouts again. As Fiora tries to distract Omega in the top side. Hopefully she doesn't have to pay the price for it. As they secure Drake, she should be able to heal back quite nicely. Oh, and here comes Swain! With the ult, with a hook, with a ghost, and a kill. Jin also carrying 1, 2, 3. Enough damage, but no kills. Sivani trying to run away as far as she can. And she will go down to Fiora. Her nemesis in the lane. Swain just fighting away near the tower, near the fountain. And that's it.
And that is all she wrote. Yellow Sprouts take game 2 in less decisive fashion than we saw game 1. However, still a strong victory at the end. 31-13 is your final scoreline, and a 2-0 for the Yellow Sprouts against OMT Zeus in this week 1 game.
Yeah, and there we have it. 2-0 for Yellow Sprouts. MVP of the series.
Definitely seemed like Kyton made another strong showing for themselves that game too.
Yeah, kind of really showing that mid laner energy there.
Absolutely, and that's, pretty much all we have for you. I believe we have some post-game interviews lined up. So once we are ready, we will get those to you. So stick around, and we will have those coming up shortly.
Wanna join me? Come come and play, but I might shoot you in your face. Bombs and bullets will do the trick. What we need here is a little bit of panic. You ever wanna catch me? Right now I'm feeling ignored. So can you try a little harder? I'm really getting bored.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Django. I'm joined by Shotduck and two victorious Yellow Sprouts members. After that, Butte and Kobita are here with us. Guys, how are you doing after week one? A very strong 2-0, I might add. What's the initial impressions?
Team Titan.
You-
I
well,
started playing jungle about 3 hours ago, so it was very exciting.
Yeah, I informed Kobita that he was going to be our jungler. So our original roster lineup was listed on there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we completely scratched that.
Okay, so is this it going forward then?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
Well,
besides,
Ivar
I'm
is going to
playing
be
support.
Yeah,
Ivar is going to be AD carry. Booty will be support.
Okay.
and that'll probably be subject to change to whatever we feel like next Tuesday. Honestly, there's no real rhyme
Yeah.
or reason to things we do.
We
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
experimenting and putting players where they don't belong.
Yeah,
If it comes up with results like this every week, I don't think people are going to be able to flame you too hard for it. So you got that going for you.
That works. We have 3 top laners, top lane mains
Yeah.
on the team. So
I mean, with Titan's pool, we basically have 4 top laners on the team.
yeah.
Really, just Ivar holding us back.
Yeah.
mean-
All right, we're pulling Ridley in.
Alright. I hate. It sucks that you find out this way, Ivar, but it is what it is, man. Like,
Couldn't make it to week one, got cut. Gotta get him out.
I don't want someone to know that we're replacing them on the front page of Reddit, but sometimes it just happens that way. Okay, it's good enough for TSM. It's good enough for Ivar, is what I'm saying. Like,
Ivar double if basically the same player, you gotta treat him the same way. Makes sense to me.
yeah.
Getting into the game, it's almost hard to think of too many gameplay related questions because you honestly just smacked them both games. Like bot lane and mid lane were absolute Mariana trench gaps both times. Jungle was actually you say you've only started playing it 3 hours ago, but you were on par with Sir Hirsch for jungle camps CS pretty much the whole game, and then you were mid and winning 2v2s pretty much the entire series. So I don't really have too much to go on game question wise. I guess what do you think happens to the Omega Titan Esports Zeus roster? Because they just looked a bit lost in the sauce here.
I will say game 1, their mid laner looked very comfortable on Ari. And also in game 1, they didn't know how to play against Set or Senna. Well, my Senna's ass, but
Yeah, I mean,
they just kept letting me get to melee range
if
and
Oath
blowing
keeps
Zyra
lining
E
up with
for
the
free.
support every time he plays Senna, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
I was gonna ask, can you break down that matchup a little bit more carefully for me? I think we saw that the Kog'Maw in melee range of Set level 1 didn't work out. Is there a break point where being in melee range works for the Kog'Maw, or is that just bad all
Absolutely
the
not.
time?
That's the amount of times I got exhausted while I was pressing W was pretty great too.
Welcome to bot lane, my friend.
It doesn't
Shotduck,
reduce
you
true
got any
damage.
questions for our lovely guest here?
And I feel like the Cog Zyra bot lane works better with the pre-Zyra rework when she had her old passive, so there's maybe some kill pressure. With the Zyra plant after death, the Kog'Maw after death explosion.
I mean, I appreciate the like friends together, kamikaze together mentality there, but like, there's no reason to like pick Zyra with Kog'Maw. Like, we didn't ban any enchanters. We were like
We were
Screw it. We're
expecting
gonna.
Lulu.
We were expecting Lulu or Seraphine or just anything but that, and it was just we were kind of we'll take it. But I mean, I guess the logic is Zyra's good into Senna, but then
I mean,
Kog'Maw has to
Zyra-
play team fights by himself then, and he's not
Yeah.
good at that. So I didn't understand the logic there, but we also R1 Swain and then they picked full dive, so I don't know how much logic was being used, but
I mean,
that was
after-
mean. I'm sure they had
that.
I'm sure they had an idea. I just don't know what it was.
What was the idea with the bans? Like going into game 2 after you saw how game 1 went, did you
Why are you asking questions where
targeted
I'm gonna have
Sosa
to
a lot.
flame someone? Why,
You double
Why,
banned Sosa
like-
both games, so
like-
give us insight on that at least.
I can't answer that without flaming Sosa. Like, why are
do
you
you think
setting
we're
me up
asking
for
the
this?
question?
That's all right. Well, all right. Put a target on my back when I'm. All right. So, like you said, the game 1, he blew 3 Ari dashes to run down Senna, and then blew another one after she flashed to charm, I guess, to auto her. So it looked pretty clear that he wasn't comfortable off of his 2 one tricks. So we just
Yeah.
weren't gonna let him be comfortable. We'll make him play Diana will make him play Ari, and yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to say that.
I think it's like you say, like you have to flame the guy, but I think it's a pretty well-known thing when you play competitive league and you are very well known for a single or even 2 champions. You're gonna become a pretty easy ban suspect. You guys did it. Game 1, it obviously made Chitin look like a superstar and had a massive
Titan
advantage.
doesn't need help with that.
That's
though.
true.
Like,
Very fair. Very fair. But
just total
you made
chat
him look
energy.
very uncomfortable, and there's no reason not to. I don't think that's flaming him. I think we need to see more out of Sosa, and that's just what we're gonna see if.
But I mean,
Zeus can
that's
come
y'all's
back.
job to say that. You don't make me call him horrible. That's just...
Well, he's very good at those 2 champions, I'm sure, and maybe one day someone will let them play him. Probably not.
I like their top laner's KP the whole time. He said he's just gonna split push F everyone else. And he's just gonna stay top. So, and he stayed pretty true to his word the whole series.
Was Jay over there?
Yeah, that's a fair question too. The only time
Was
we
he-
needed him was when he entered in the Fiora game.
Yeah.
Oh, the bot lane for Baron, you mean, or
yeah.
No, just not the bot lane for Baron part. Just like we didn't want to take the 4v5 chances. We wanted him to be there just to clean the game up. Because Andy's a tryhard. I'm normally a troll. So anytime I'm on a team with Andy,
Okay.
he yells at me for doing any stupid shit.
I don't yell at you. I speak sternly. They're very different.
I feel like we're getting a lot of insight on how this
Yeah.
team works, and I'm here for it, to be honest. Shot deck, any more questions? Because I feel like we haven't asked many.
Yeah,
We've just rambled.
I think in the general sense, because there's not a ton to talk about with the 2 games we just watched. How do you guys feel like your chances are going into the season as a whole? Like you're a lot of folks who play in gold leagues now with the Plat 3 cap in this league. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at any of the match results that have come in so far. What's your outlook on the season? What are your hopes?
I'll be honest, I have not looked at any of the rosters.
I
haven't looked at anything. I was just told show up, play Tuesday. So
Yeah, Ivar's supposed to be the brain here, and he's off with his cooler friends, I guess. I don't know what he's doing right now. So,
he has finals.
yeah, whatever. We should be more important. Random. This was the season opener. That only happens once.
This is
True.
also the first time Sprouts has won a casted game.
Is
Oh,
it
that's
really?
true. Yeah.
That's
we
right.
broke
You guys
our
were
curse.
talking about that in the pregame lobby. The
This-
casters were telling us you've never won a stream game, a
Oh,
regular season stream game.
Regular season stream game. This is our first win.
Congratulations. Well
I
done.
know.
Proud of you.
Out of what 5 or 6 leagues now? It's literally
Feels
the only
good.
game we drop in the season for most of the teams. And is the streamed game, and it's a total chimp fest normally.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm apparently a tryhard. Why would I be trying?
Yeah, you're the only one. Well, now that we have Chitin's like a stick in the mud too. So
he's not a
on
stick in the
tryhard.
mud.
I mean,
don't.
but
No, this is my job. Do not try to pass off being grumpy, miserable, and tryhard off on Chitin.
You're both tryhards. Chitin
Do
gets
not
mad
take
whenever
my
you
identity
lose
away.
more
What the?
than you get mad now.
That's not true. I just don't
Trust-
vocalize it. I just bury it inside me, where I will keep it until I die.
Shotduck, you
I
think if
am
we
in-
leave, they're gonna? Do we take bets on how long they'll just stay here and keep talking?
Oh,
'Cause,
hours.
I'm
Oh,
enjoying
yeah.
this.
Yeah, we'll go on for hours. Well, so me and Andy have known each other for 6+ years now. So
Oh my goodness, that's phenomenal. That's actually really fantastic to see. I always like getting little glimpses into the interpersonal lives. I'm really glad we get to do interviews here in this whole season. We started playoffs last season. It's gonna be a fun one, but we do eventually have to wrap up the stream at some point in time. So I'm going to let you guys one at a time. Any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, I have a shout out. Yeah, I have a shout out. JL, Mord was a horrible pick. It was genuinely atrocious. They showed 4 range, and you're like, one more into this. No, it was horrible. I'm done.
All right, good shout out, Kobita. Booty, you got anything for us?
Oath, never play Senna again. Please and thank you.
Fantastic shout outs. Yellow Sprouts is going to be a hell of a team to have if we ever get you guys back on the interview. I'm not sure if my producer will let me, but I'm going to fight for it because this was a wonderful time. Congratulations on the week 1 victory to the two of you and the rest of your team. And good luck in the future. That's going to be it for us at Titan Esports tonight. We'll be back with more Gladiator League in a week. But if you got a hankering for more, we got Conquer League. Tomorrow is going to be our our D4 Cap League, and then Divinity League on the following Monday, our Gold 1 Cap League. I have been Django. My co-host has been Shotduck, and our wonderful casters have been Ray and Von Phoenix. I hope everyone has a wonderful night.